This is for a fella who's trying to figure out if he's having ignition problems, when his engine won't start. And my preferred method of verifying spark is to clip a timing light onto the distributor lead wire, the wire that runs from the coil over to the distributor. Kind of a quick and dirty way that you can try to look for ignition is to see if the tachometer needle moves while you're cranking the engine. But that introduces a whole nother variable into the equation. Whereas if you look for spark on the wire where spark is made, that's pretty conclusive. And it's very simple and easy to do. I like to use the distributor lead wire because the engine cranks, or it rotates very slowly during the cranking cycle, about 300 RPM or so. So if you use the spark plug wire, your timing light would only be flashing 1, maybe 2 times a second at most, which is pretty slow. Whereas if you use the distributor lead wire, it'll be flashing 6 to 12 times a second, which is much faster, much easier to see. So I've got the coil disconnected right now. I've got it unplugged, so there's no voltage going into the coil. So when I crank the engine, the timing light is not going to flash. And this is what it would look like, if I was having ignition problems. If you put a timing light on the distributor lead wire and it doesn't flash while you're cranking the engine, then you're not making spark. But now I'm going to plug the coil back in, and when I crank the engine, the timing light will flash. The engine's not going to start because I've taken the rotor button out. I don't want the engine to start. I just want you to see the timing light flashing. So now, when I crank the engine, hopefully I had that pointed at the camera lens okay. I was on the other side of the viewer, so I couldn't see. But the timing light is flashing because I'm making spark, and if I had the rotor button in, the engine would start.